So it's facing out like this. So um, Darren was going to be our camera person.
Best I can.
Yeah.
Today we will be doing swoop vision.
Well, first of all, here let's you know.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year.
Yeah. So there you go.
I would have been better dressed had I known you were going to do that.
Oh, it's all right. Well, see, you'll get to see people log in and they're able to post comments and stuff. You'll get to see them. So.
How do I get this save, highlight, share, and all that stuff
Oh,
off?
okay.
I didn't do that.
There we go. Okay, cool. And that's all right. All right. I'm gonna knock this here. Awesome. So yeah. I'm just gonna
Okay.
let's see. Hold it. Okay, cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, yeah.
I'm useful. I'm having a wonderful
Yes.
time.
Thank you, Zoidberg. But yeah, it took me all afternoon to put this together, but
Yes.
this works. So that'll give us a little bit of privacy from the swim club on the other side of the yard, so we can enjoy ourselves. So welcome. And okay, good. I've got my stuff here. I should have everything because I went and I checked over it beforehand. So, um, you know what? Yesterday we didn't do something, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch up for that this time.
Today we're not going to do it with electronics in my hand.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Well, these cool waters are upon our hands, and they purify us as Stephanie purifies us. Hail unto you, Unachiru. Come unto you without falsehood and without evil. So our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, and we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. How about that?
That'll work.
Okay. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. And, the ribbon doesn't quite want to stay on this, but this is our terracotta jar of water. And the terracotta was also a gift from one of our viewers. And you might remember from our video that we did on going total recon on an altar. And so, this is, because it's a special occasion, I figured we'd do something, approaching that. So we'll have our water for our offerings. So, set down here. I actually have a little altar space, dug into the yard. It just is a little bit smaller than what I needed for, the table, so it's going right there. But, there we go.
And for those of you who don't know it, holding a phone like this is hard.
All right. Well, that and because I don't want to run the possibility of there being a late afternoon thunderstorm come up or something. We'll try and go through this a little bit quicker than we normally would.
Time is a factor, Lois.
Yes. All right. Well, come in peace, bright eye of Taurus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. All of you who are tuning in, this is for you.
Do that again.
Okay, all right, one more time. Okay, we are purified radiant. Everybody. So, receive the light. This is for the torch of the new year. Of course, instead of a torch, or an oil lamp or a candle. Hail to you, this beautiful torch, for Rafa Peti, for Yosa Nessa Nipipura, and to their need. Hail to you, O Eye of Horus, which leads upon the paths of darkness, This torch leads you, Ara Haraketi, and the Sekmet, all of the initiatives, as a gift. Geb and Newt, Oser and Aset, Set and Nebita. They wash your face, they dry your tears. They open your mouth with their bright fingers. Heaven and earth are given to you. The fields of peace are yours upon this night. This torch is for you, Ara Haraketi, as a gift from your servants. You arise in the Upet Ronpet, spreading your light upon the earth. Set in peace in the mountains of my near as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon the earth anew this Upet Ronpet, as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose peacock goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Take these, cool waters for the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. How you holding up there, boo?
Go.
Okay. Come, O Unitary. You have been invoked. Come, you have been invoked. Come, you have been invoked. Come, you have been invoked. As we're outside, we can do a good incense. So we got our charcoal disc going, and I've got some real frankincense. There we go. You want to be careful handling something like this because it gets very hot. There. To give you incense. To give you incense great purity. Let its scent reach you and purify you. Here. If you remember our natron from our video, this is our chemically correct natron. This is your natron of Horus. This is your natron of Set. This is your own natron among the gods. You're purified with it. Sprinkle that on them. Your mouth is as clean as the calf's on the day it's born. Milk that parts your mouth. May you taste it in your shrines. That of Horus, that of Set, that of the two gods reconciled. Milk. It is a little hot out here. Fix your jaws for you. Spread your jaws and part your mouths. Ra, Sekhmet, Osiris, Isis, Horus the child, Ptah, who invented the opening of the mouth. Osiris, the king, Kemetic, Anapu, Ishtar, Nin, Bes, Sekhmet, your offering, Set, Horus the elder, Bastet, Nut, Hathor, Ma'at, Amun, Neat, Wajit, Sopar, Tauret, and Anapu again. And our other gods, Durga, Tutu, Sobek, Kepri. Here are your two eyes, black and white. Lift them to your faces and lighten your faces with them. Illuminate them. And this is why this incense is best done outdoors, because you can see the smoke that it's putting off. It smells very wonderful, though. And the Egyptian name for for frankincense is Seneter, which means to make divine. This tells you what it was meant for. Hang on. It's the problem when your hands are kind of sweaty, it makes it a little hard to open up a... There we go. Jar of oil. Ointment from the forehead of Ra. Where should you be? You should be the figures of these gods. Foreheads of them. So place it upon you and this will transfigure you. Ra. Sekhmet. Ta. Tutankhamun. Anapu. Aset. Horus. Asa. Bes. Sekhmet. Set. Horus. Bastet. Nut. Hathor. Ma'at. Amun. Oh, okay, that's what it is. That's his crown. Because he has a crown that's separate, and I must announce it over, but I'll find it. It's here. And he has it. He's anointed with it on. So I tell you what, I'll only come around the other side. Going. Okay, let's... Never happened before. Oh well, we just gotta keep rolling. I will find it. Sit down for a second. Oof. Okay. There we go. And now we offer our bread. Peace for you is Ra this time. Peace be given for you. Peace be what you see. Peace be what you hear. Peace be before you. Peace be behind you. Peace be your lot. Ra, may your dawn be for these gods. As every good and pure offering is for you, so let it be for them. I've been on my feet like most of the day, so I have to sit down. And we remember our blessed dead with the voice offering. cow up there, Kemetic Upet Ronpet Nofrit and cow and Upet Ronpet Nofrit. Voice offering to all of our blessed dead of bread and beer, beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a God lives. For all of our blessed dead who are true of voice before the great God. And now, I'm sorry, but make sure I move the other stuff away. Because we get to break pottery. And not this one. This one's too nice. We're not going to break that pot. I'm going to break this one. Okay, well. I guess we got a water offering too.
Yes.
Here, well, there's still a little bit in here, so we'll set this.
Libations improvised.
Yeah, okay. Oh, goodness. Well, something new. This is the sound eye of Horus. It has been set for you that you may be strong and evil may be afraid of you. Pure is Ra-Horeketi within his house. Pure are the names of all of his Inid within their house. Pure are their cause with this good incense that is given. To each who proclaims it, it is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra-Horeketi and his Inid, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. We'll have to present these offerings because I can't exactly lift everything, but all these offerings are for the gods. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all good fortune comes from them, and all stability comes from them, as it has since the first time, in the very beginning.
May they help me stabilize the camera.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I tell you what, you want me to take over with it for a minute?
What I really want is level ground.
Here. I'll hold it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from our New Year's text. And so here, let me see. Okay. There we go. Yeah, and the phone's getting kind of warm, so I mean we can't. We're kind of limited in time, because of where we are. But all right, so we're reading from the book of Knowing the Creations of Ra, and this is in a couple of my other books. If you get Celebrating the Egyptian Gods, this is in it as well. Thus said the Lord of all, when I came into being, existence came into being. I came into being as Khepri, came to be at the first time. I came to be as Khepri, and existence came into being. Which, if in the original language, you'd have a lot of repeated words, because that's kind of a pun, but that's the whole point. I am older than the oldest, most primeval of all I have made. For it is I who made the primeval time and who made the primeval ones. Many are those who I created, who came forth from my mouth, before heaven existed, before earth existed, nor worms nor snakes existed in this place. I made these inert ones in noon, where I had no place to stand. I reflected in my heart, I planned within my mind, and I alone made all forms, before I had breathed out Shu and before I had spat out Tefnut, before any had come into being who could act with me. I planned in my own heart. There came to be many beings, forms of children and their children. Then I lusted with my fist, I made love with my hand and spat with my own mouth. I sneezed out Shu, I spat out Tefnut. My father Nun brought them up. I came to be in this land while Shu and Tefnut rejoiced in Nun. They brought me back my eye that I could unite my members, and I wept over them. That is how mankind came to be, from the tears that flowed from my eye.
But then my eye raged at me, for she found herself replaced, the brilliant one in her stead. So I placed her upon my brow, that she could rule all lands. Thus did her wrath fall away, for I replaced what was lost. Then did Shu and Tefnut beget Geb and Nut. Then did Geb and Nut beget Osiris, Horus the eyeless, Set, Isis and Nebahat, one after another from the womb, and they begat the multitudes of this land. They cast magic in my name to defeat my wicked foes. They cast magic in my name to fell the wicked Apep. O you tears who fell from my eye, O you 9 gods who came from my body, be vigilant against Apophis. Chastise him in every place for the evil he has done. And so that is basically saying that the gods that came from his body and those of us who are humankind who came from the tears of Ra, our charge is to carry on his work and to cast out the evil one as he did at the beginning. And so this would be at the point where we would write down, the things that we want to get rid of, and we would write them in red paper or red ink on paper and burn them up. But it's going to be kind of hard to do that and place the phone, at the same time.
I'll do that.
Well, I need to be able to take turns with you so you can write some things. So what I'm going to do is let you go first.
Yeah, I'm on much more level ground than I was before.
Oh, okay, good.
And that lets my back be straight instead of leaning.
Okay, well, believe me, I can appreciate that. So, yes, we have, our tools here. Tell you what, I'm going to let you hold this for a second. Okay. All right, sorry guys, you're going to see fingers and thumbs here.
Hey, turn it.
Okay.
Forgive the less than, Academy Award winning camera work. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing our level best. And next year, with some help from you guys, maybe we can afford to buy a proper camera and stand for outside work.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the tripod for the cell phone wasn't really working very well. And the ones that clip on there, it cracked the glass on my screen. So
Right.
that's
So
why
we won't be using those again.
Right. Alrighty. Now, it doesn't have to be neat or pretty. I'm going to let you do this. And this is something, if you guys want to go along with this, you can just think about the things for this year that you want to be rid of. Okay. Okay, yes. All right, I'm able to see some of the comments. If it's lagging, I apologize for that. Again, we're casting from outside. That's probably why. And this is the part where, if you had a snake figure or a piece of paper cut out like a snake or something like that, this is where we would, charge it with all of our negativity that we want to be rid of, and then, spit on it or burn it up. And actually, I've got the beginnings of a little fire pit over here, and that's where we'll be putting it. So. And then after that, we will read the Litany to Sekhmet, and that'll probably wrap us up. And I'm very grateful that we didn't have storms at this time of the day like they were suggesting we might. The weather right now looks pretty decent. So,
All right.
okay,
Fire it up.
I'll let you close the lid because it's on there. Okay. Well, just as the eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, so too shall it destroy these vexations and negative things that we will.
Let them see it light.
Yeah, there we go. All right, now it's probably not going to light up the rest of this because I'd have to build something underneath, but later on we'll get some more stuff out and we'll have a little bonfire. But you can see, there we go, the paper is nothing but ash now. So, and we'll shake our system because that too chases away negativity. So yeah, it's not going to start the rest of the bonfire. We'd have to get more fuel for that, but that's okay. That'll be later. Probably, closer to sundown or something. Okay. And now my slightly damp book. I'm just glad that nothing ran. None of the ink ran. It got wet. All right. Yes. Okay. So we tell the evil one, "Be annihilated, you wicked foe of Ra. Fall upon your face. Your face is blinded. You shall not see. You shall not be seen. You shall not be perceived." And so now we honor Sekhmet. Hail, O Sekhmet, who presides over the land, lady of flourishing, generous one, Sekhmet, who protects the two lands. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow of famine. Hail, Sekhmet, O Curl, O hidden lady, Wajit the Great. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of drought. Hail, Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of war. Hail, Sekhmet, who guides mankind, lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow of terror. Hail, Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost in the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of storms. Hail, Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates Izfet, lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of oppression. Hail, Sekhmet, Uraeus, who opens the acacia, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of disease. Oh. Okay. Well, hopefully it's not lagging too bad. And I want to thank everyone who's tuned in on a Sunday afternoon to join us. And anybody who might be tuning in later to, catch, the observance. Thank you as always. And, here's prayers to the gods for a good year ahead, for us to be able to get better than we were last year and to just grow stronger. And may we be able to see each other in person and celebrate together one of these days. And Darren, if you've got any thoughts or prayers for us.
Well,
Hmm.
that, and may we all be safe and healthy. And
Yes.
may we be able to appreciate the smallest of blessings.
Yes. And to find good opportunities when the gods put them in our path.
Amen.
Alrighty. Well, let me go ahead and read for our offerings to endure. This necessarily has to be short, because I don't want to run out of battery in the middle of it. But, I'm. And for those of you that are going to be, celebrating your own New Year's, in a couple of weeks, that's okay too. But, you can always cue this up and, we'll be doing it together again. So, it's the beauty of video. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Kepri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutach in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Aket endures likewise for eternity. Oh, and one other fun thing before we close up. Because we did this last year. So we need to do it again this year. Pick your party popper.
Blue.
You want the blue one?
I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
You have to do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll hold the camera.
okay. All right.
Pyrotechnics, cha-cha-cha. Pyrotechnics, cha-cha-cha.
Happy Egyptian New Year, everyone.
Let's try that again.
Okay. What, do you want me to point it, like, where do you want me to...
Yes, point it at the camera. Point it at...
All right. Well, happy Egyptian New Year, everyone. Okay, good. I was worried it might... I was worried it might, like, catch you or something, but I'm glad it didn't.
Well, I am in some trouble. I don't think I can walk.
Okay. Well, you're well enough to joke. So, all right. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Yenecheru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Yenecheru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, guys. Thanks. I would love to participate in the chat, but I gotta take all of this stuff down.
We have no keyboard, and the phone is the keyboard and the camera and everything.
No. Well, it would be a chat on, it'd be on the phone anyway. It's just, I have to take all this stuff down now because it is going to rain overnight, and so I can't leave everybody out here.
No.
So
And even if we could, we wouldn't, because
that's just,
they will raise a ruckus and cops will be called.
yeah. So anyway, I've got a lot of this to do. My hope is that one day we'll be able to do something cool and like have a a ballroom or something, and have a whole bunch of us to get together.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the thing, when you're just one person and you're practicing, you know, you have to do everything. You can't split up the work and, have one person, do this part and another person do that part. That, and also, I often wonder, what would it be like if there was a whole bunch of us together and we're all ringing our cisterns at the right times and doing those things? I think it would take on a different character, but it would be very cool. And one day I hope that we can find out what that would be like,
Me too.
But we've got to get through the rest of this pandemic and get better off first. So
Yeah.
God's willing, we'll get there eventually. In the meantime, big hugs, y'all.
Love you.
So, much love. All right. So, okay.